said, I'm live, baby. You said your name.
Oh, we live? Oh, this your boy Rebel, baby.
It's your boy Black Friggles, aka Hype. They said
I hope
I'm in the mood today.
I hope it ain't Hank.
That's what they told me.
I hope it ain't Hank.
It's Hype.
Hope it ain't me, myself, and Irene, Hank.
This nigga be saying
I don't even know where to be at.
I'm split personality.
Split personality.
Hey.
Split personality, yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Split personality.
Hey.
Split personality, yeah, yeah. Split personality.
Yeah.
Split personality, yeah, yeah. That new Drake just dropped.
Shout out Drizzy, bro.
Alright, man. See, that's what you call exercising them demons.
I know, man. You flow a little bit, you get them juices going,
I'm
man.
telling you.
Talk, man.
And we didn't do it before. It's okay. Don't say it again. I was going to edit it anyway. So don't make me edit it.
Harris is her name, I think, man.
Yes.
Hey, yo, I seen the funniest thing about Kamala Harris, bro. Can I talk about that?
Please, the new potential vice president of our United States of America. Continue.
Oh, first I want to talk about the thing that annoyed me the most, right? So I sent, Rebel made fun of me for doing this, but I sent Rebel a screenshot, and the screenshot said, after researchers actually did the research, it turns out Kamala Harris is actually legally able to be vice president. Right?
Oh, you don't say.
So, like, when the whole news about Kamala Harris came out, I don't care about politics. I care about people. I don't care about I care about paying attention to people. Okay?
I care about politics. I care about people.
That's the truth, right? So, when I'm looking at all the shit, and a lot of people were saying that her father's from Jamaica or something.
Big up yourself, daddy.
And her mother is of Asian descent of some sort, right? So then they were saying that she's not African American. People are saying she's African American, and she's not African American. How dare she try to be African American, right? So I say, what be cracking me up about people is that they just hate things, right? So if you're saying she's not African American, are you saying it to say we need an African American vice president?
We need a full black mother, black father, black granny. Never been enslaved. We need a pure black.
Exactly.
Nigga like they want a pit bull.
And it's not that's not what you're requesting, though. You're not saying it because you wish we had a black vice president. You're just saying it to be a dick. And it's like if you said, nah, she ain't it. We need a for real, like, black vice president. Okay, like we need.
Got any purebred?
We need Monique.
We need Monique from the Precious movie. But she can run the country.
But for real, so I'm like, why say things like this and say she's not this and she's not this and she's not this, she's not this, when even if she was what people are saying she was, I'm not saying she is or she's not. I don't know and I don't give a shit. But my point is, if she isn't that, why are you complaining? Because I know you don't want her to be that. Exactly. Like, you don't give a fuck.
These people, man, like, I don't know what it is, sir.
Yeah,
I do understand that it's like, anytime you want to do something that hasn't been done, there's some people who always just want to show up to hate.
Right.
They have nothing more to add than hate. Yes. Okay, well, what do you not like about the choice? How do you start off as, well, she's not black enough?
Right.
It's like, wait, what?
as if all the other vice presidents were black as fuck. Like, wait a minute, this bitch ain't as black as the last one. And it's like, I know you don't care.
You just want something to care about. And the only thing you can find to care about is something wrong?
Exactly.
That you making up as wrong? Like, you gotta go dig to say, well, you know, her mama Asian. I didn't know who said it, but motherfuckers start making racist gestures and jokes and shit.
And also, this was what I really want to talk about, though. NBA is going on. You seen Dame Dollar drop yesterday?
I seen that.
Yeah, I like Dame Dollar drop.
Shout out to Dame.
The reason I like him dropping in the bubble, if y'all aren't familiar with what's going on in the NBA right now, all of them down in Orlando. Can't talk for some reason. And they're having the playoffs and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Dame dropped a mixtape or whatever called Live from the Bubble.
Oh, was it a mixtape? I thought it was
just a song. Like 3 or 4 tracks on there.
Oh, see, so I was
hating
on the wrong thing.
So I listened to it and I liked it or whatever. But anywho, there was a photographer down in the bubble, right? And that means he's working for the NBA, okay? He's in what I consider, I've made this joke 100 times because
Disneyland,
I see the players wearing masks there, you know? But the players can't leave. They get tested for coronavirus every day. Everyone there gets tested for coronavirus every day. But sometimes they be wearing a mask after the game during the interviews. And it's just like, this is stupid.
I know you see me complain about that shit.
Right.
Like, man, you're in the safest place. You're in actually a bubble.
I call it the safest place on earth.
Disneyland.
Literally. It's not only can nobody get in and out, but they spent $150 million on it, and everyone in it has $100 million. Like, we can manage. We can manage.
They ain't trying to hurt anybody because of your ass.
So one of the photographers that works there, he recently got fired and kicked up out of the bubble, right? Because he posted something about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And it's this picture that I have to show on the old screen here. But you know what it says. Could you just read it for me?
Exactly. He's like, you gonna wear it, boy.
Yeah.
But I'm here to wear it. It says in presidential font.
It looks exactly like their slogan thing. Like they got a campaign. What's it called? A logo.
Uh-huh.
They got it, and it looks exactly like it.
Oh, I didn't know that stems from a real thing.
Yeah,
I thought he was just...
No, it looks exactly like it.
Look at it. That boy had to go piece it together to get it out there. Look at that. That bad boy says, Joe and the hoe.
He's working for the NBA.
In the bubble. And he went online after Kamala was picked and made some shit that looked just like their logo that says Joe and the hoe. So needless to say, he was fired. And kicked up out the bubble.
And I was like, man, this is funny for so many reasons.
And this is why I think we get in trouble. Because we're sick enough, I guess, that's what you would call it, to see the humor in this.
Yes. Because I can laugh at the joke because it's funny. But then I can also laugh at the joke if I'm offended because he was relieved of his job. He was punished, and it was a punishment that I say, cool.
It's the best joke he ever told because it got his little racist ass up out of the bubble.
And it's funny to me because I also laugh at his standpoint and say, how dumb do you have to be? Like, okay, and I told Rebel, I said, this dude is a photographer. He's not reposting this. He know how to use Photoshop and shit. Like, he made this. Hey, motherfuckers, I'm gonna make a Joe and the hoe logo and post that shit on
I'm finna shine on them niggas and then go film Dame Dollar dropping 63 later. No, you won't. Can I have your credentials and your laminate, please?
I just said, hey, let me go take these pictures of Dame Lillard. You guys see my camera?
But so that's why we get shitted on, because we can laugh on all layers.
Yes, I can laugh both ways.
A hearty laugh. Yeah, because like, why childish. Would you do? Yeah, like, why would you do this?
But it's so childish that it's funny.
And that be the thing sometimes. You ever seen somebody do something so stupid that you have to laugh at it, even if you know it's gonna lead to them getting in trouble or whatever?
For sure.
That is one of those.
Yeah.
Like if I was working with him or a colleague and I'm about to go shoot pictures and he's like, this will show him. Look at what I'm working on.
Right.
I would laugh and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't post that. But then the guy would be like, well, damn, maybe I'll get to photograph Damon Lillard tonight.
Hell no.
That nigga's like, go ahead, click it, nigga.
Photographer. Let's see. I'm second lead. He gets fired. But
send.
To me, it's like, bro, you're so dumb for this. And my point be like, motherfuckers is so racist, hateful, and stuck in all this whirlwind of shit that don't matter that they'll lose their job behind it.
Not only their job, man, but look at this person has a position that how much people you think in the world will want that position. And then you shrink in the world and go in the field.
Bruh,
niggas' wives can't even come in the bubble. Nigga, you in the bubble,
and it's like,
and this is how you treat the bubble.
I'm like, they're probably
don't mean to bust your bubble.
The bubble for maybe another month or two, right? I was telling Rebel, I said, yo, I would consider quitting my job to go be able to spend the next 2 months inside the bubble, right? And I said, and I know for sure I would quit it if I could get a job inside that bitch. And it's only for 2 months. You feel what I'm saying? And it's because nobody can go there.
Yes.
Like I heard Lil Wayne went to a game in the bubble, and I was like, man, Wayne connected. That's literally what I thought.
And then they got him on, I think it was on ESPN or one of them the next day talking about like his mixtape coming out.
Oh yeah, he said he about to drop No Ceilings 3.
Yeah, so it's like,
I'm interested.
That nigga promoing, so it's like, he is connected.
Wayne in the bubble, but Savannah James ain't
in the bubble. And I bet if you ask LeBron, hey, would you want even some of your teammates in this bubble or your daughter? Like hey,
Take Quinn Cook, bring my baby.
And your dumb ass gonna do something to get fired from the bubble.
Something that will make you not hireable.
Yes.
In this field, because again, man, this is a time that niggas gotta play nice. So even if they send you a card that says we support you, brother.
Right.
Preach that hate.
No bullshit.
But we can't hire you, man. I'm sorry. Right. Well, the optics won't look too good. So it's like, that. Can I say something that may seem weird? That to me is a form of what the folks will call white privilege. Mm-hmm. For you to not realize how amazingly you have it, that you would throw it away for some retweets on the social media.
To dog somebody too. If you said, if you posted something every single day, and it was positive, you would never lose your job. You want to talk shit about somebody. Dog, I don't know nothing about Kamala. This is what I know about Kamala Harris. Is that she was on the Breakfast Club one time on an episode that I didn't watch. That's to the extent of what I know.
I know her as much to know that I had the opportunity to get to know her on something that I usually frequent, but I didn't watch that episode.
Because I'm not that interested in what she does. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like...
But to be respectful here, we will be getting informed before the presidential election so we can make a correct and insane choice for our next leader of the free world.
I do vote. Last time I voted, I definitely started doing my research heavily the morning.
I know, right? That last one.
The morning of voting.
That nigga crammed.
I knocked that out. I voted for somebody. I didn't know their name when I woke up that morning, but I was happy. Even when I came home and I did the research after I voted, I said, yeah, that's who I would have voted for. It's true.
That nigga stumbled into the right door.
Oh, I hate to segue because I was saying that Kamala story to tell another story about the research and shit, right? I ain't never say that part, right?
I don't think so.
All right. But I wanted to talk about, you heard about the dude for the Seahawks? The Seattle Seahawks? Dude, a rookie. I think he was an undrafted rookie, like a cornerback.
Oh, okay. I think I do know if you're about to say what I think you're about to say. Continue.
I'm about to say.
I don't know who he played for, but I heard.
Motherfucker got cut.
Oh, yes.
Because they was in a hotel where you can't bring nobody in.
They were in a smaller bubble.
Yeah, exactly. A smaller
bubble. One of them bubble you get from the Dollar Tree.
This motherfucker snuck a girl in that bitch, right? And they talk about the girl had on Seattle Seahawks gear, like they were trying to make it seem like she was a player. I said, this bitch 5'6", 110. What the fuck does she do on the team?
Nigga, you could have got her like a fucking assistant's jacket or
like for real.
Fucking coach's suit.
She the punter. Punters are bigger than that. All right. But I'm like, you people are crazy. And he an undrafted rookie, bro, so he probably never got paid before.
Exactly. So, is it safe to say he is the nigga version of this joke?
Oh, for sure.
Because
him and Lou Williams with the Magic City.
Yeah, but Lou got away with it.
No, he didn't. He had to quarantine for 14 days.
Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. And he got suspended.
Yeah, Lou Williams is the nigga version of it. Especially since he said, I just went there to get the wings. And it sounded like he was telling the truth.
No, but the reason I say that is because at least Will got money and he established.
Yeah, this dude lost his job.
Exactly. Yeah, this dude lost his job and this dude lost his job because they want to do regular nigga shit while they in
why they not
privileged position,
bro?
Exactly.
It's kind of like I told you about like Nick Cannon and shit. And me and you even had this conversation. I even told you, I said I would never say anything to get us canceled. And then you started talking about all the crazy shit that I've said. And I said, but that's because we nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like if we was somebody, I would say different shit.
They double back for the cancellation.
They have to double back quick because that shit be gone as a motherfucker. If we had a meeting next week, that shit gone last week.
Like all of a sudden, I can't access old archive files.
It's like y'all have over 500,000 plays, but only 2 episodes.
we need to get in right now while you guys are hot.
We one hit wonders, nigga. But
2 times.
But that's just the dumbest shit to me. But I said all that shit to say this. I seen that they said some researchers did their homework and made sure. And they actually verified that Kamala Harris actually can run for president, right? I mean, be the vice president, right? So I'm thinking to myself, right? This why people get on my motherfucking nerves.
Oh yeah,
bro.
That's how we started. Come on, we're bringing it all the way back, baby.
And it's because y'all kicking up dust saying that this lady is not eligible to be the vice president, right? This man Joe Biden said, again, I don't know shit about Joe Biden. I don't give a shit about Joe Biden.
I know Joe Biden got a podcast.
I did not.
I just talked about the Joe Budden podcast.
Oh. I vote for Budden. And I don't have a preference over him or Trump. I know what my preference is before November, whatever.
I don't like politics, but I love people.
Exactly. Right? So I'm thinking, Joe Biden, I only know him for being Barack Obama's vice president. Right? I know he was
Barack Obama's sidekick.
Sidekick for 8 years, right?
White lap dog.
Okay.
Sorry.
8 years, right? And then he said a long time ago, when I do pick my vice president, it's going to be a woman. Right? So I'm like, the man was vice president for 8 years. He took months to choose who his vice president is. Do you people really think that he don't have enough sense to pick a candidate that can legally do the job?
Or at least somebody next to him have sense. Like, you can say Biden is dumb, but you can't say everybody next to him so dumb.
Exactly. It's almost like when you see like a rich person go broke, it's like, hey, you should have at least one person that know we can't spend all the money. You feel me? So I'm like, this motherfucker did this job for 8 years, and you people on Twitter gonna know more about who's eligible to be the vice president and who's not. The rhetoric on Twitter and people saying that shit, that don't bother me. It bothers me that y'all do this shit so much that research teams got to go prove it to y'all.
Niggas got to go spend money and time.
Right. And it's like, y'all are crazy.
Like, excuse me, I don't know what you're working on today, but you have to prove to the American people that the vice president could possibly even be the vice president.
Right.
You're funny. No, I am dead serious. The American people are demanding that you prove to the American... It's like, are you fucking serious?
Right. I'm like, I don't have time for it. And people are crazy like that.
See, this is where it gets tricky. Is it crazy or is it stupid? Because
it's crazy. I told you this a long time ago. I used to think people were stupid, and they are, but I realized they're more crazy than stupid. Because to me, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you don't think, well, Joe Biden was vice president for 8 years, he probably know what he's talking about, then you're crazy.
I might think too, though, some of the people maybe who talking and complaining probably didn't even know Joe Biden was vice president. Because you got to think, how long ago was that? Well, at least 4 years.
But if you don't know, you shouldn't be this adamant about nothing that got to do with politics.
Who can vote? When you vote when you're 18? When you're 14, you don't know what the fuck's going on politically back in the day.
But again, my point. If you don't know, you should not be this adamant about what's going on in politics. Me and you don't know, so we're not screaming about who to vote for and who not to vote for.
We're repeating over and over that we don't know, so people don't take what we saying as some kind of law.
You remember when you gave a story not too long ago about your old lady dealing with a lawyer, and you said, what make you think she gonna call back? And she said, well, because she's a lawyer. Now, me and you look at that, and we hear that, and we say, that's, I don't want to say stupid to think that way, but it is, right? But it makes perfect sense to think that way, which is why I say it makes perfect sense to think a vice president could probably pick a legal vice president. I don't know if she's good. I'm not even saying he's capable of picking a good one. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you played in the NBA for 20 years and then you become a GM and then you get to pick the players. I feel like you're going to pick a player that ain't...
Junior high.
That motherfucker got an 11-year prison sentence and shit. He only got 9 years left, nigga. I drafted him. He should be able to go. He should be able to play the game.
He should be
able to play the games. What do you mean? And it's like, I feel like he would be able. You know, it's not crazy to assume.
But that be the problem with giving up your brain to other people. And I say that by saying positions and people's positions and their jobs and titles have garnered respect that the people doing them don't deserve.
Right.
And I say that to say, a lawyer can be a piece of shit, scam artist, con man who just want to fuck you over and harm your children.
Right.
But you would not think that because you think, oh, he's a lawyer. He works with the court system. He should know he can't get away with that.
Right.
People, that's where I go. People allow giving up, oh, well, he works there. This is his job. This is his title. This is his position. That means... okay, I don't got to worry about it.
Right.
And that's how people get fucked over is essentially what I'm saying. But you need to keep your brain.
That part is true, right? But it's never true when it affects the person whose job it is, right? Like a doctor, right? He might not give a fuck what he do, like if it's you, right? But I bet if it's his mama, he do the job, right? You know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for like Joe Biden. He might not give a fuck if you qualified to do a job. Like let's say... you met Joe Biden and you was at fucking
the fucking Apple store. And then you said you had a good conversation with him, and you said, "Hey Joe, man, just tell the people at Apple, man, I'm qualified to work at the Apple store." And Joe Biden said, "Hey man, go hire this guy. He knows what the hell he's doing." If you don't know what you do, that don't affect his life in any way. The person that you pick to be the vice president, if you find out a week before people start voting, she can't even be the vice, that affects his life. People care when it's them.
Man, I like how you do your thing, man. Because that nigga, I tried to give him some bullshit from the common man. That nigga said, yeah, but even the common man would be it's like, hey, yeah, he's picking who his VP is. I'm pretty sure he know who his options is.
Right, he's not going to pick somebody.
I want Bernie. Oh, well, sir, Bernie's not available. I want Bernie.
Right, exactly. I want Michael Jackson. He dead. Shit.
Prince? Sorry, sir, he's gone too.
Rick James? Give it to me. No, but yeah, that kind of shit that get on my nerves, bro.
It's annoying, man. And so again, I go from. That's the part that bothers me. That bothers me that we can't do nothing about it.
Right.
We literally can't do nothing about it.
I just gotta live with these people.
Because what you gonna say to the people who causing up a storm on the internet about this dumb shit? Hey, you're dumb. You gonna say that on the internet?
Right. That don't mean nothing.
Nigga, that's like logging on. Nigga, calling somebody stupid on the internet is like logging on. That's what they're there for, yo.
I was explaining.
Hey, my grandmother's ain't doing too well. Nigga, fuck your grandmama, nigga. Your grandmama's a bitch. It's like, what the? That's the internet.
Yes.
That's the internet.
John Morant posted after they lost yesterday. He said, "Man, it didn't end how we wanted it to, man. But I think we got a positive future." And everybody that left a comment under that shit, it was positive, and I couldn't believe it.
See. Well, maybe the reason I think it's different today is because they have filters. I saw shout out to Justin Richburg. We was just talking about Justin Richburg a couple podcasts ago, and shout out Ace Wayne, baby. We had Ace Wayne on the last episode, and and then Justin Rich. So that's how he came across my table again. And he had this artwork that he just recently released, which is like, I don't know what's the proper lingo, but I'll say spoof of like 6ix9ine and DJ Academics and stuff like that. And so as we're seeing the picture shared, I'm seeing this tag on it that says anti-bullying.
Okay.
Meaning someone reported that video of that picture as bullying. So now when the picture is being shared, it has this little tag on it and this little cover on it.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass, man. It says anti-bullying Instagram, blah, blah, bluesy, blue, blue, blue. So we live in a world now that the reason you may be only seeing positive messages is because them the niggas that's only able to come in.
How do you feel about
they the ones in the bubble.
Right. How do you feel about like cyberbullying? Do you think it's a real thing?
I always sound like an asshole-ish, but I sound like an asshole when I talk. If you ask a few. But I'm one of those people that believes that your life needs just a seasoning dash amount of bullying. And it's because it's just obstacles. Life needs obstacles for you to be able to overcome them.
Right.
And we live in a world that's so fucking comfortable, and we're trying to fight for it to be more comfortable, so we're giving up some of that in exchange for it.
I feel that.
Right? So I don't think bullying is okay. But I understand what bullying plays in growing life, maturity, and experience.
Right.
So if people aren't outside to get the bullying, they got to kind of get that lesson somehow, some way. So I don't want to say I'm for cyberbullying in any way, but again, I understand how opposition, I guess is the word, ops, is necessary. Because again, it shows you where you are, and it shows you where you are in comparison to where you want to be. So if you want to be a radio host or you want to be on national TV, but then you drop an IG video and you turn it off the comments because you can't take what somebody's saying about you, then chances are, you know what I'm saying?
And it is one of the few ways, even though it's a bit extreme, that I don't want to say honest, but people give honest feedback. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of the. I don't even want to say honest.
Yeah, I just want to say I don't like that.
I want to use this term. I want to use this term. It's one of the ways that lets you know how cruel life can be.
A lesson.
Yeah.
And we do our job. We not do our job, but people are doing so hard in removing these life lessons.
But this is what I don't like. I don't like it when it's like kids.
Of course.
There's only two examples I don't like it, right? And the reason I don't like it with kids is because kids think what's going on today means something.
The thing is real, too.
Yeah. Like if a kid getting bullied at school, like a motherfucker, they 13, 14, they could be getting bullied in a way where ain't nobody putting their hands on them, ain't nobody doing this, ain't nobody doing that. They just making fun of them. And that should make them like, man, I wish I was dead or my life is terrible.
Which is why I don't want to ever have a soundbite saying that I support bullying in any way, because that part of it I get. It's the same thing when you push somebody who you can't push anymore, you're going to push them over the cliff.
Right.
And of course, and
so I don't like it in that aspect.
Exactly.
So, but still, yeah. And because like me today, being the person I am right now, you could put me in a room full of 50 people, and all 50 of those people could be making fun of me to the death they could be saying true things that I'm quote unquote insecure about. It would mean nothing to me.
Listen, man. And I know, and this is my problem with people. You gave your problem with people, I'm going to get my problem with people. What you just said is exactly who I am. And it's because we have already established on this platform that we know who we are.
Right.
You dig? So you can't tell me something about me that's going to affect me, because if it will, I'll change it. I told you this shit a couple months ago. I feel like people don't listen to me because, I'm trying to tell niggas how to get rich and broke, but and good, but I'm fat and broke. So I go, all right, I ain't fat no more, nigga, and y'all niggas see what's up with the money. Well, I'm just playing. But what I'm saying is, changes have been made in both those fields. Right. So it goes, anything that I feel need to be changed, I will change. And if I don't, then I don't. So you using it as a weapon against me will never prosper, as the Lord said. Right. So let me finish my statement before you can finish yours. I don't like that when you say that, and I agree, that you can put me in a room with motherfuckers who just attacking me and I wouldn't give a fuck. Right. That's the same shield people put up who do give a fuck. Yeah. So when you say that to me, and you get the people who, anytime you say something, somebody want to check it. So somebody's going to be like, yeah, let's see how they like it. And then they'll try to, so you want to challenge me because you've caught other people lying. Right. So now you think I'm lying. Right. And there's no way to differentiate who's lying and who ain't.
I agree.
Because...
And that's why it's not worth caring, though. Because
it's why I can't.
I can't prove it to you.
It's why I can't. Man, I say this all the time. Shout out to Lil Duval, right? But Lil Duval gets rich and gets praised for the things that I say all the time, right? So the other day, he said something that I know I've said, and Schultz and all them was posting it around, and they were talking about perspective. And I said, if you can't change a situation, change how you feel about it. And he said something along those same lines.
I got that from you, and say I incorporated that from you.
And that how it be. I don't even remember my point. And it was more than that, because that I've said it because I remember when me and my cousin was working together, which was like over almost 10 years ago.
I'm saying when I incorporated it from you.
No, but I'm saying I had it in my pocket on that shit forever. So it's like,
make it up. I'm sure the day we met.
Oh, you know what, Hype? You inspired me.
Came up with some shit.
I digged real deep in, and I thought.
Let's say you can't control something.
Let's say you don't like how something's going. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Well, I think what we should do is just... I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on it. But, nigga, that's life. So that's... I don't like that I'm living my life the way that people fake to live theirs. So now I have to try to fucking defend and prove me living my life because of all the liars.
You said something a little minute ago that made me want to ask you a question, but I wanted to finice the cyberbullying. And the only other cyberbullying that I don't like is if you steal someone's information.
Ooh, yeah, yes, and doxing, I think is what they call it. Is that
if you post the nude I sent you, cool, you got it. But if you're hacking to your motherfucking or some shit, then that's fucked up to me.
Yeah, that's invasion of privacy. Right, that's theft. That's all those things.
You know what I'm saying? If you leaking my text and that kind of shit, and I also don't like motherfuckers that try to expose people by screenshotting their texts and shit. I don't like that shit either. I consider that to be cyberbullying. I don't like that.
But I used to keep the person on the three-way. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, now what were you saying about that bitch? Right. Well, about that stupid bitch. Yeah, bitch, all of a sudden I'm a stupid. It's like, that's the new age that. Look at what this nigga was saying.
I'd rather you post my news than try to post our conversation and shit.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
Because that's personal.
Man. It really is more than some
dick and meat is just, that's just parts.
If y'all go to my link tree, y'all will see my OnlyFans on there. So fuck being nude, nigga. I'm about this action, Bitches, niggas, you getting full-on porns on that motherfucker. I wish I was joking, boy. But
he is dead serious.
Yeah, I definitely am. But here go my next question that I had for you. Because you were saying, people don't listen to me because I'm fat and broke, right?
I haven't really said that. Continue.
Why don't the people that know you personally, that know that you right, not listen to you?
And
I feel like I gotta be doing something wrong, bro.
I figured out. Well, I haven't figured it out, but I've thought about it from this aspect. It goes the same reason why the people who closest to you would be the ones to fuck you over. Like, they know where you keep your money. And they did some fucked up shit, so now they're like, man, I'm going to just go take this money out of your drawer because I'm going to put it back. You know? Them the same people that know, hey, man, I fucked up, I need $100, I'll give you right back.
Right.
They would go steal the $100 and want to come sell you on, man, nah, man, I just needed it real quick, and I was going to put it right back.
Right.
The person who would do that quickest to you would be a family member.
Yeah.
So I think that it's the same energy. Yeah. You know, and it's because those are the people you let your guard down with.
But I'm saying you didn't prove over and over. You say, hey, if you do it this way, it's going to go like this. And then they come back and say, yeah, you were right. I done got to the point where people say, you're always right. And then I tell them something tomorrow and they don't listen to it.
You got to that point where they say it almost condescendingly.
No, motherfucker be genuinely telling me.
But it sound condescending because I know you ain't finna listen to me again. So you sound like you just saying this to be like, hey, I don't want you to feel discouraged by me not listening to you. But what you saying is right. I just don't want to.
I don't
think
that's condescending. I think it's stupid or crazy.
But I try to get bail, man. I think it's condescending when you know.
Are we doing something wrong?
It has to be. That's the only logical thing to do.
Because me and you, bro, people do not listen to us.
And they come right back with the
like we literally have people who listen to the TheRawHype every week and don't listen to us. Even will hit us up and say, "Man, y'all boys be right." And then hit me up on their personal life and be like, man, I did the opposite.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why? Is it hard or is it... I don't know why people don't listen to us, bro.
It's the messengers. The way we give the information and how we give the information, I would go as far as to say I feel like it could be taken arrogantly. And anytime someone isn't sure of themselves, watching someone who is can come off as arrogant. That's not on us. It's why I can't care because I'm presenting it as humbly as possible. We're telling you the flaws and the failures for you to
say all the time. I only know this shit from doing it wrong.
Come on, man, or seeing it being done wrong.
My homeboy Dan told me, he said, no bullshit. He was like, you are the realest person that I know in real life. And he said, and no bullshit, the day that I met you when you was talking how you regularly talk every single day, he said, I thought to myself, this guy is full of shit.
See what I'm saying? And that goes back to what I was just saying. It's because people who are full of shit portray to be whatever it is they're getting from what we're doing. So we go in that same bucket.
No bullshit, bro.
It's like, nah, man, I'm a langoustine lobster. It's like, nah, nigga, you a crab. Throw in the bucket.
Straight up.
That's how it look. And that's the sad part, though, because...
And I did shit for people, and I don't be begging for no recognition. My nigga, I didn't let people borrow bread. I didn't gave niggas electronics, laptops. I didn't did it, all that shit. I didn't look out for motherfucker kids, all that kind of shit. And it's just on some shit of like, I'm genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that I'm like, oh, I got so much shit I can look out. I have enough shit to look out for somebody that I think is worth looking out for from time to time. But who doesn't? You feel what I'm saying?
Hoarders, man. Some people don't got shit. And it's because they don't appreciate shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll see somebody who got a Cadillac in the family for 20 years and say, man, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why you don't throw away that old piece of shit? And then all of a sudden this motherfucker antique and it's worth more than what he bought it for. But they looking at it as like, nah, man, I want some new shit. So they gonna go spend $750 to get a brand new whip and now they can't live.
Yeah.
It's that same mentality, man. They just pass it on to people. Oh, this person's a dope motherfucker. I'm glad I'm fucking with him. Which means, it's like putting a rat in a deli. You know, it's like if I saw one piece of cheese outside, I would kill it. Now you give me somebody who can show me 10 different cheeses, who put me on the cheese, and as soon as that nigga closed the shop like a ratatouille, I'm gonna run in there and take all the cheese and all the food and run out.
Right.
It's like, man, but that's people. They'll fuck you over for a quick lick.
Oh shit, that brings you to the topic.
They can fuck you over for a quick life.
Well, I said something on the topic about people. Read the people shit. We're talking about people to do anything.
Where's that, man? Cause, man, these motherfuckers, I'm tired of people, man.
Life is hard, bro, and it's because of people, man.
That nigga said, oh yeah, this was beautiful. I said, there is nothing humans won't do. They will kill each other. They will fuck a horse. They will fuck a dead body. They will eat another human. They will lie. They will cheat. They will steal. There is no act that exists that humans won't do. Nigga, you know my game.
And I even said this shit after you. I said, I said,
that's sad.
Humans should all be in agreement on something as simple as, let's not fuck a dog. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Every human on earth should say, you know what? I'm straight on fucking a dog. In the history of humans, no one ever fucked a dog. Like, that should be something we should be able to say.
Proud of. We can hang our hat on that.
And I told him, I said, but the crazy shit about that, like, when the internet first came out, like, was popping on a 56K modem and shit, like, dialing up on AOL. I was like, I seen a woman fucking a horse then.
That day.
Yeah, I was like, when the internet got to popping, one of the first things motherfuckers showed you was like, motherfucker be fucking dogs and horses. Not only that, people is interested in seeing it.
Yes.
And I was
by the millions.
You probably can't even see that shit on the internet and shit nowadays.
Probably gotta go to the dark web and shit.
Like, you can see that shit on the regular internet when the internet.
The internetable internet.
Right.
I remember this video. It's probably everybody from that time saw that video because it was going around. Where the niggas like, a horse fucked this guy to death.
Oh, no.
And
bro.
no, I'm telling you. Right? And back then, of course, this is the internet, which was unfathomable almost. And then this here is also unfathomable. I didn't know my brother was a freak bot, right? So, of course, back then, you would have that folder that say videos.
Right.
And you would got to click the motherfuckers to know what they is. Nigga had a Windows Media Player. Nigga, I fucking do this shit. I see this dude like on a like fence type shit, like propped up. And I'm like, yo, what is this? Nigga, they let a horse go. That shit went in this nigga. That nigga went. That nigga made a sound that's.
Bro, I could have went without this whole.
But no, you taking me back to this crazy thought. The thought's coming as I'm remembering it now, and it's like
he died for real.
Well, they didn't show him dying, but the story is attached with, hey, it fucked his organs up.
Back in the day, you could see somebody die on the internet too. I see somebody get their whole head chopped off when I was a teenager on the internet, bro.
Nigga,
the regular internet, bro.
In that same folder, that same video folder, I click on it, and this is when niggas was sharing, what the fuck is called? The 8 Faces of Death or some shit like that?
Oh, no, God.
Nigga. So I'm on there, again, pressing play.
Right.
I fucking... they got niggas lined up on the wall, nigga, a firing squad, and niggas is just letting off shots of these niggas, pieces of their head flying and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yes, bro.
I seen a fucking tiger eat a nigga. And from then on, I said, man, you know what? I'm good on this internet type shit.
My whole point I'm saying, my whole point was to say,
welcome to the TheRawHype, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that we can't all agree as humans that everybody not gonna fuck a dog, right? But we supposed to like get along. Everybody's supposed to give a fuck about the person sleeping on the street. And everybody's supposed to give a fuck about the person without.
In another country.
Like, no bullshit. And even in like that aspect of when like people even say like from a religious standpoint, like, oh, I love everybody. Like, that's not real. And even to think that should be the standard is not real because everybody won't never anything. Dead ass, bro.
That sound like some shit I would say.
That 100% sound like some shit you would say. Some shit you would say in a room full of people, and I'm the only one who know what the fuck you were talking about. What did I even say, man? Everybody would never, always, anything. It was something like that.
See how confusing it is?
Yeah, the first time it went through smooth.
That's how it goes, man. But yeah, everybody don't always do anything.
Yeah, they don't, bro.
I'm gonna figure that out because I'm gonna put that as the thing. I changed the name of this.
Right. Even if it's a bad thing, everybody not gonna do that.
Exactly, and that's the point. And it becomes not even being about the thing. It just being about them being on the opposite side.
Right.
Motherfuckers just want to be contrarian, and that's the problem with me. I'm not a contrarian. No. I like to bring the other point of view in it. To whatever point of view you have, I want to introduce the other. I don't care about yours or theirs. But I want for you to know the only way to make the best decision is for you to see both. And since you ain't going to give credit to the other one, I'll wear it.
Yes.
That's why I say I play devil's advocate.
I do. And it's like if you can't view things from the other way, bro, you get on my nerves, bro.
Because you can't understand nothing.
You are the only person that I think really does a great job of it. And I'm not trying to be funny. I think I do a better job of it. But that's just because... And I think it's because of honestly where you from. And it's because y'all got some shit
that ain't cool at all. You feel what I'm saying? As far as like traditions and this and that, like how I was saying, like homophobia and shit like that with islanders and shit like that. Y'all got some shit that you know what I'm saying. So like for me, it's more easy for me to be like open-minded. I'll even say like with like homosexuality, right? Like I of course am not a homosexual in any kind of way, but by the same token, I can be around a gay person. I can have communication with the gay person. Like, I had a talk with a gay person before. Motherfucker let me know how I was wrong. But I said, I feel like I would be in a relationship better if I was gay and I liked the dude, right? And,
look at the combos this nigga having.
And he was like, well, like, why? And he was like, that's because you picture it like, we're going to watch football together. And then we're going to go and we're going to do this and we're going to smoke and then we'll have sex, right? And I was like, exactly. Like,
we're going to watch some bitches fuck on the tube and then get turned on like, hey, want to try some of that, nigga?
So I'm like, no.
That's what they thinking.
I'm like logically thinking, I said, because I don't feel like men and women are meant to get along, right? So I was like, so if I was gay, I just feel like that would be ideal. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, but the shit ain't ideal. And I was like, why? He said, because the dynamic is pretty much exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? He said, you could call it man, woman, dominant, submissive.
Call it one or two,
right?
whatever you want.
He said the dynamic, whatever the same. He said, so whatever arguments that you get in with a woman, however a woman get on your nerves, he was like, it's exactly like that in a gay couple. He said, honestly, think about it. Have you ever seen like two dudes and they like seemed straight and they did a whole bunch of cool gangster shit together and then it was like, oh no, we ain't homies. We in a relationship.
We ain't homies. Oh, man.
And I'm like, you gotta say we're homos. We ain't homies. We're homos. You should call the episode that. We ain't homies. We homos. So it makes me say, even when I try to say, you know, I think that would be a better dynamic. He was like, nigga, you're not gay. And even if you was, the grass ain't green on this motherfucking side. It'll make me say, you're probably right. And then it makes me say the biggest thing is, do relationships just not work?
No. And the reason it doesn't work, or they shouldn't work, is because logically, if you're telling a motherfucker you have an option of everything, but you gotta only pick one, but you can still be around and touch and see all the other picks you didn't pick. You can pick. There's nothing stopping you from picking another one. But you should know once you pick one, you can pick another.
Right. And also you can't pick another. But just keep in mind, I am a flawed human being. So it's like...
You'll never get all that you want.
Exactly. So I'm like, why do I have to do that? Like, I have to dedicate my life to one flawed human being. And then one flawed human being is supposed to dedicate their life to me.
And then I got to be somebody else in the real world because I can't treat everybody with this person's flaws.
Exactly.
So I have to now do the opposite of that, which only makes me realize that this is a flaw that I'm conforming to.
Right.
Whoever the person is.
Right. So I'm on some shit where it's like...
Let me make sure I say this ain't nothing to do with my relationship. Because my relationship sometimes be listening to the podcast and thinking it's about my relationship.
And I respect that.
That nigga talking about me?
See...
I'll see when I get home.
Right.
But go. Sorry,
I can't say the same, but I'm thinking like from a standpoint of, I'm thinking of it like...
Hey, y'all don't know how funny this dude is, man. And it's upsetting sometimes to have this podcast because it's like, the reason I think the podcast is so amazing is because, like, I guess because I be laughing twice sometimes.
Right. Yes, you're right.
You know, so when somebody's like, oh, that was chuckleable. Why is he laughing so much?
It's like an inside joke, so to speak.
On top of a joke.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you laughing so hard?
Exactly.
You laughing so hard? It's like, that ain't that funny. Yeah, man, because you heard part one. Sorry.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry, man, but that was one of those moments where when you said what you just said.
What was we even talking about?
We was essentially talking about relationships not being necessary and how hard...
Yeah, this is what I was going to say, right?
That nigga owned it today.
I told you recently, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, I said I have learned so much about women that I officially have no idea what to do with them, right?
You said that, what you call it? Introductory the other day.
Oh, did I?
You've marinated on it since then.
Sure.
So like when I have my conversation with my gay homeboy and he tell me like, my nigga, it ain't popping over here either. You feel what I'm saying? Then it makes me say, well, I don't want to be straight. I don't want to be gay, but I want to have sex with women. You know? So
you did this on the older podcast too.
So it's like the only way to get what I want sexually is to deal with women. And women are so special.
Ooh, I love them.
But they're so difficult, man.
And so that goes back to the question you just asked, when you said about should men and women even be together? I think the answer is no. But I also think that's how the earth continues. Because imagine a world of harmony. Right?
This stopped over here for some reason for a short period of time.
I hope it was short.
Yeah, I hope it was.
But we got it over here, so we'll have it.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Go. Imagine a world in time.
Which is just peaceful and amazing.
Right.
That anybody who's been in a happy situation before, it's boring. It gets boring.
Right.
You want some bullshit.
Right.
And I feel like if you put two sets of people and you put in the fucking programming, no matter what they ever do, they can never come together.
Right.
We can make all the illusions of their one,
it's
not because even if you find somebody that's willing to conform to whatever shit you're dealing with, you either at some point gonna get tired of that, or they will get tired of it.
Right.
Someone will stop doing what they've been doing at some point.
Yes, and it's because we're humans, and
it's built in, man.
And we get accustomed to anything that we have. And when you get accustomed to anything you have, it's a lot to ask to appreciate it.
Ooh, you get accustomed to everything you have, because that's true. That's why some people who be in like an abusive relationship, they stay there because this nigga been a piece of shit, beating on my ass and cussing at me from the beginning anyway.
Straight up.
That's heavy.
And it makes me say that's why I hate relationships so much, bro, because they built on bullshit.
Yes.
So from my standpoint,
they're built on lies.
Exactly.
Lie about who you are. And if you lie so good that I believe you, you better keep that lie up.
Exactly, bro. That's what you have to do. It's like Chris Rock said, man.
We gotta get Chris Rock on the motherfucking podcast.
I know, right? Nigga. He said when you go on a first...
Chris Rocker.
Chris Rockburger. Everybody at Chris Rockburger. Have him call my assistant so he can get him on the podcast, man. It's that was Boosie Boo, if y'all didn't know that. But
that was on the other episode. Yep. Shit, sorry.
Yep. All right.
Go be a Patreon, damn it. Sorry, I stepped on your shit to
you do that. You see how sharp this brain is, though?
Woo! It is, man. It's dangerous.
Telling you, it don't miss. That's why I don't never say the wrong thing in front of the wrong person, bro. Anyway, I rewound it to go find out what the hell I said. It's like Chris Rock said, because you said you basically gotta live the life forever type shit. Chris Rock said when you go on a first date, you're not meeting them, you meeting their representative. And that's basically the same thing as saying relationships are built on a lie. You know what I'm saying? And see, for me, man, I'm getting older, bro. So I'm getting older, and I say, man, I would be down to be in a relationship, right? But then I say, I'm straight on it because I don't enjoy humans that much. Like, to be around somebody all the time, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not going to be around you all the time, then at our age, what would we really have? You feel what I'm saying?
And it leaves room to do something else.
Exactly. And then when you say shit like, a motherfucker going to stop doing what they doing when you first met them or whatever, right? That new car smell wear off. Am I wrong for wanting a new car?
That's why some people lease.
No bullshit.
I don't want to own this 5-year-old car. I want to get a car of the year every year.
Straight up.
Oh, bitches got fake ass and titties now. I want one of those. Let's cash in this good woman.
Straight up.
Give me one of those.
So
give me 2 of those for this good woman.
So it's like the rules make it whack. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want the rules.
And what makes that whack is that the rules are lies.
The rules are lies. Like, all right, I'm supposed to meet somebody, and I'm supposed to fuck this person for the rest of my life, right?
I love them.
But it's like, what's the sacredness in this when somebody else already fucked you?
And you didn't love somebody else.
Right. And so that's why
I didn't know I loved them till I met you. Bullshit.
Oh, of course. Every bitch say that. Every bitch say, I didn't love them like I loved you. So my whole point is, right? If somebody fucked you before I met you, why am I obligated to only fuck you for the rest of my life? Why? You know what I'm saying? And then you know how I rock. I'm like, I could fuck you today,
and then you can fuck someone else. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But only in a I don't give a shit way of honesty. And not even so much honesty, because I don't even really need to know. I don't mean honesty. I mean, I'm not wanting for nothing. I've heard you use this phrase before, right? When I ever ask you, would you be okay if your bitch fucked someone else, right? And you say, to me, I feel like anything that you need to do that's outside of me needs to be earned. And to me, earned means I don't want. Make me sound. I'm saying the same thing. Is that I don't want for nothing. And to me, you know what I'm saying? So if I don't want for nothing, me and you can discuss anything you want. If I want for a lot of things, I probably don't want to even talk to you at all, let alone discuss what the fuck that you want. You feel what I'm saying? And life don't have enough of people actually genuinely being real about situations and caring about situations and giving a fuck. And see, for me, it's why I don't give a fuck.
The representative never goes home. It's like you got a chaperone in your relationship, nigga. It's like, all right, who you really are. And then when they get mad, they go, oh, I can be that person again. Bitch, you finna act for me again?
Right. It's like even how you say, man, you was talking about levels. Like you have a baby with a woman. She feel like y'all relationship different. And this could be your fiance, your wife, or your baby mama. She feel like she's somewhere that she wasn't before she had this baby. And then if you get engaged, she feel like she was somewhere she was before y'all got engaged. And then if you get the same, you feel me? And it never stops. And if you think that you somewhere that you weren't, then you might want me to behave different than I did.
Exactly.
And that don't work.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's like you can't keep treating me like a girlfriend. I'm a fiance now.
Right.
It's
what
like,
do that mean?
Exactly. What elevates now? Well, now you give me your password to your phone.
Right.
But not your email.
Right.
When we get married, then I get the email.
And it's like, you remember we fucked the day we met?
Does that mean anything to you?
Like, for real. So it's like not even on some shit like on some... But it's like, who are you type, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't elevate you to this big thing that you telling me that you should be when we just regular people, man. And we just happen to be vibing, we happen to be compatible, and that's that.
It's the expectations of those levels that changes everything.
Straight up.
Because now she's like you just said, what should change you moving from a girlfriend to a fiance? There's nothing tangible.
Right.
But it's expected at some kind of extra level. And it's like, man, that shit don't make no sense. And it burdens it. Yes. Because now I'm not living up to what you think I should be living up to when it's like, what am I supposed to be living up to, man?
And when people who ask me...
I fucked you as soon as I saw you. You don't care about living up to nothing to me?
Right. And when people ask me for like legit relationship advice, and I've been giving legit good relationship advice for many, many years, but I feel like most of it ends with, you should just be single. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say it's almost like a car salesman. And they come to buy a car from you. What car should I get? Well, what you a family man? Well, I got something over here if you like some family. Oh, you want to be a wild guy. Hair in your, wind in your hair. Exactly. This nigga go through all the cars and be like, but honestly, you should just go ahead and take public transit.
Mitsubishi Eclipse.
No, that nigga say, don't get a car at all. You come to the car dealership to get a car, that nigga tell you all the options and then leave by saying, man, just take the bus. Here's
motorcycle, nigga. Room for one. Don't let nobody else in this bitch. All right?
I know that family fan. I told you all that good thing, but what you need is this moped.
Right? and when you're on it by yourself, it's going to be lonely, so fuck it. Don't wear a helmet.
It might take a little longer to get where you're trying to go. Because the gas don't go.
Exactly.
Moped go 40 miles an hour.
But that's the advice I give. But if it's somebody that I know they're going to be in their relationship like forever and shit, I'll give them some good advice. Like advice I gave you before. That I stole from Insecure. Do you want to be right or do you want to be in a relationship? That means a lot. Especially for niggas like me and you that like to be right. And it's not that we like to be right. We like to try to solve a problem by explaining what the problem is. It just happens that we're right in those instances.
And I don't want to be right. I want the world to be right. I want whatever the problem is to be fixed. I don't want to deal with it.
People think I care about being right in that aspect. It's not that. I care that you know how to deal with me.
Yes.
That's it.
I was just arguing. This part is about my damn relationship. I was arguing with my lady, and she thought that I was arguing with what she was saying. And I said, no, I'm arguing at the fact that you're saying it to me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You should know how to deal with me.
Oh my God.
It's what I try to do out here every day. It's why I talk the way I talk. I talk the way I talk on the Raw Hype. For anybody who's talked to me from the Raw Hype, they already know a layer of what I be on.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
She knows all the layers.
Right.
So for her to deal with me in certain instances like a stranger,
right,
it's more hurtful
yes,
to what I think we have and
right,
what you should know of me
right,
than what you think it is. You think I care about what you say? I don't give a damn about what you say. I give a fact that you could say it to me.
No doubt. No doubt. That's the realest shit right there. I like that. That's
relationship conversation over. Think about to say relationship.
Now that I've got it out, relationship over, goddammit. But yeah, I like that. That was a good talk.
See, I want to show people how to deal with me. So I don't want to be right.
No, I don't need to be right. I want to be open so you can know how to deal with me. And when I'm open and I let people know how to deal with me and they don't, all that translates to me is this person don't give a fuck about me.
Absolutely. And I can see that easy and quick.
Yeah.
So now our relationship is how I deem for it to be.
No doubt. No doubt. Like I've literally had a conversation with somebody before.
Look at this nigga.
And they said something. I say, and I use these words because I was making a point. Okay?
These words.
I said, when you say this, how my mind and my body and my soul digest it, it hurts my feelings. Right? And their response was, but you know that I don't mean it. I said, oh, I get what you're saying. I know you don't mean it, and that's not a compliment to you. That basically means you're a ain't shit motherfucker that says things. Yes, right? I said, and that's not the point. The fact that you would say it to me, how my mind, my body, and my soul digest it every single time, it hurts my feelings, right? And the only thing that you can do is continue to tell me why you say it or why you do it. You feel me? And it's something that's avoidable. It would be like, oh, we actually know someone. Hell, Diamond does this. Just on some joking shit, you'll ask her a question and she'll say, your mama, right? And I just don't like when people say that to me because it reminds me of my mother. You feel what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
So I just don't like things.
It's one of those examples when you say a mama joke to somebody who mama's passed.
Right.
It's like, saying your mama jokes out your repertoire.
Exactly. I had to do it. Shit. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's not like a big super deal to me, but it does something to me that I don't like. So when I voice it and it don't change, the only conclusion that I can ever come up with from that is this person don't give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? It would be like if I called you by your middle name for 2 months straight and you say, hey man, I don't like it when you call me by my middle name. And then next time I see you, I rub your head and shit and call you by your middle name. You're not going to walk away from that saying, man, he really likes me.
He really gets me.
He really respects me. You're going to think like, man, this nigga's an asshole that don't give a fuck about me. So I'm never emotional in a standpoint like that. I'm only emotional in a standpoint of saying, I'm going to give you this to let you know what it does to me. So when you do it and I stop fucking with you, you'll understand why. Yep. And the only
But they don't understand why.
No.
Wait, you mad over that little shit, man? Because what I call you slimy?
No
Come
bullshit.
on, man. I thought we was better than that.
And it's like Shannon Sharp said this. If someone, he said, I don't need to be 50%, 30%, whatever. He said, if one person tell me, hey, that offends me, that's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's those kind of things, you know? And like, if I meet somebody and they have a difficult name to pronounce, so somebody call them something else, but people in their real life call them by their difficult name, I learned their difficult name and I call them that.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? People don't have no motherfucking respect. I said this shit on Twitter the other day. I said, animals in the jungle literally kill and eat each other. And I would bet any amount of money that they're more considerate than human beings.
No, I don't really. I get the point, but I don't really agree. I see, the polar bears come and eat your kids, and all these different people come eat your kids. You can't really care about me if you going after my kids because they slower. You got more meat, but I can get your kid.
They're surviving.
So that's what I'm saying.
There's humans that would fuck your kid.
Hey, you want me to babysit? Yeah, can you babysit? Absolutely, no problem. You let your uncle babysit and then something. Yeah, fucking 13 years later, you want to say?
Like, for real. Like,
look at that nigga.
I'm sure there was some now laters and a condom. Like, hey,
But it's like I'm sorry, that's less considerate than someone eating your kid to survive.
To survive. Ooh, yeah, see?
Well, far less considerate. Uh-huh. Human beings
why you killed my kid? Man, I ain't eating 2 months. Hey, why you fuck my kid? I don't know.
Nice ass. No. Dead ass. Like that's the definition of inconsiderate.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Humans are the most inconsiderate beings, and I know that without being able to read a lion's mind.
Woo!
You feel me? And I'm like, it's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable to me.
What's also additively unbelievable to me is the lies. Like, we lie about that not being it. Like, we lie about why the person eat the kids. Why you eat my kids? Oh, man, he was saving you. He was doing it for your best interest. They try to word fucking you over into your fault.
Hell, I was just having a motherfucking conversation about movies. I said, how was the movie? It was okay, but it ended how movies end. You know what I'm saying? And it's because movies got to have the happy ending, because for some reason, we all want to paint the picture that life is great.
And then you breed the opposites.
Yes.
That I'm only gonna end this way because y'all ended that way.
Yes.
And we lose the genuineness.
I thank you, bro.
What is the honest? So that goes back to what I was saying about what I was saying, why I want honesty. Is because I want the hypothesis to be the best. I want to get the correct outcome. I don't want the numbers to be touched.
Right.
People juicing numbers.
Yes, man.
Giving me response you think I want. Like, no.
Everything being a lie is what makes life so hard.
It's what makes life unlivable.
It's what makes life unlivable.
Because you can't, how you going to live it? All right, I'm going to live my life right and I'm going to do the right things. But you living in a life of lies, so you doing the right thing doesn't mean shit.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to be a wild boy.
Yes.
Oh, they going to look towards you to try to make you an example or some shit. So like, what the fuck do I do?
No part of this American life, at least, is genuine, bro.
It's built on lies.
It's
built on niggas' backs. And meanwhile, they out here telling niggas, chill out.
Yeah, it's all built on
lies. Don't kill us anymore. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
it's lies,
a
man.
motherfucker will, I done seen a motherfucker apply for an internal job promotion, right? And an internal job promotion is when you already work somewhere, you apply for a higher position at the exact same company, right? And then the motherfucker don't get the job, and then the feedback they get is, you didn't interview well.
Like, bitch, I work here. What the fuck are you saying to me?
What are you talking
How do I pack boxes? Do I do that damn well? How do I do the P&L report?
What are you talking about?
Am I pretty good at that? The fuck you saying? I didn't sit down and interview with you motherfucking...
What are you talking about? I shouldn't even have to interview for a job if I already work here.
But that is an example of them using lies.
Yes.
I can let you down with a lie.
But no, it's not even that. It's that you don't do good at lying when we need you to. They be for real. They be for real. You didn't come in here and be somebody else. Why would I when I worked with you before?
You know who I am.
Yes.
For real.
No
Not the shit I put on paper to try to get the job.
If you need me to go in there and be somebody else and tell that lie for a brand new company I never worked for, even though it's stupid and it's exactly what we just was talking about and why the world is bullshit, cool, I get that. But when you want me to do it in a situation like that, like you interviewing with the your same boss and shit you've been working with. Hey, Kevin, what's up, man? You know what time it is. Go ahead and sit it down. Hey, you've sat in with when we interviewed other people together.
Absolutely.
It's pretty much going to be that same dynamic,
Okay.
So, let's get started.
All right, what we got?
If you see someone putting things in their pocket and they're a coworker of yours and they're a good friend, what would you do? Would you, A, ask them, hey, how can I steal too? B, just ignore it because you don't want to be a part of the situation? C, let your manager know immediately. Or D, tell your friends at home. I let the manager know immediately, man. I let the manager know. And it's like, nigga, me and you still together.
Hey, I was gonna take that joke to laugh. Wait, you mean what we was just doing? No. Oh, actually, no. I would report them.
Like dead ass.
Come on,
Why do
man.
I have to do this?
My nigga, me and you stealing. I'm coming here for a job. I should have the job. You want me to tell on you?
Like no bullshit, motherfucker.
But no, that don't. That's
it makes no sense, bro.
I don't, and this is why I come off as a rebel, pun intended. If we're not gonna follow rules, then I'm not going to follow the rules that I don't want to follow.
I'm not going to follow the rules that I don't want to follow, bro.
And when you try to tell me the reason I should follow the rules is because everyone follow rules, and I can show you how no one follows no rules, then I'm going to... So it's why, back to my relationship, which I love and I'm still in.
Hey.
The reason I tell people my relationship is usually good because it's on my terms.
I respect it,
and I say that in the aspect of the bullshit that comes with my lady. I'm willing to deal with that bullshit.
Right.
The bullshit, is when she does the bullshit I'm not willing to accept.
Right.
That's when we have our, issues.
Right. And hell, that's the time when you say, "Look, this the bullshit I don't deal with." I already don't be bothering you when you do this bullshit.
You're not going to add.
Exactly. I'm only bringing up this bullshit to let you know I'm cool with this bullshit. But we just not going to add more bullshit.
So, and I treat that with any aspect of my life. I just don't deal with things that I don't want to deal with. So sometimes you can see me be very good and sweet to a person and then short with another.
No doubt.
And it's like, man, I understand why I'm doing what I'm doing.
I have told my manager before,
motherfucker,
hey, I'll do anything that you ask. If you want me to go outside and sweep the parking lot, I will go outside and sweep the parking lot. But I don't want to be bothered. And if there's anything that I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it. Simple. I have literally told my boss that. I'm like, I'm not saying that we ever going to run into that.
Exactly.
Because if you're the boss and I'm not the boss and you say, hey, I do need you to go outside and sweep the parking lot up real quick, I'll say, fuck it. I'll throw on my AirPods. I'll go out there and I'll fucking sweep the parking lot and I won't think twice about it. You feel what I'm saying? But if it's something that I truly just don't want to do, I'm not going to do it, bro.
Exactly. But again, we're living a life. Life forces you to have to fall in line.
No doubt.
And it's like, man, I'm not falling in line when niggas don't even care about the line. When you get up further in the line, you see how niggas who was behind you in the line is now ahead of you in the line because they say, fuck that line.
Straight up.
It's like, yo, all right, well then, I'm not just going to walk outside with them niggas, but if I pass 3-4 people in front of me, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the game enough to when somebody do a line check, I'm in a line.
Yeah.
But when they do that line check and I'm over there chilling with them niggas,
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm an asshole for that, but hey, I'm an asshole for being an amazing guy as well.
Yes, I was at a job one time, right? And I had a final, and I be procrastinating. I had a final in college that was the next day. But it wasn't until 6 o'clock the next day, right? So, no, it wasn't the next day. Yes, it was 6 o'clock the next day. Yeah. So I told my person that was in charge. It wasn't like the top person, but the person that was in charge at the top there. I said, "Hey, I'm not coming to work tomorrow." And they was like, "Why?" I said, "Because I got a final and I haven't studied for it and I really need to pass it." And they was like, "You can't not come to work for that." I said, "Hey, contact whoever you need to contact." I said, "Contact whoever you need to contact and do whatever you need to do, but I'm not coming to work tomorrow." And I said, and I completely understand that this is not your problem and this is 100% my fault and all of that. I said, but I'm telling you out of respect.
This is how I'm going to deal with it.
Straight up, I was like, I'm telling you out of respect. And then I was like, and you can speak to whoever you want to speak to because it ain't no way that I'm going to come. You know what I'm saying? And I say, but I do get it's my own fault. So whatever the punishment is, I'm with it. But I just want you to know I'm not coming.
And that sounds like an asshole, but he's the opposite of that.
Yes. And this is even a younger me. Like me today, I don't know. If I was still in college, I probably still would be procrastinating some shit. But I don't know if I would say, hey, fuck it, I'm not coming to work. That is a younger me. But that me is the same me that I am today. The only difference is I feel like I would have planned better today. That's the only thing that changed. But if I didn't, I would be that same guy.
Same thing.
Yeah.
A raisin is just a dried grape. But if you have both of them at their prime, they taste like two opposite things.
That's facts.
When you let the grape mature, it becomes a raisin. Still packs that antioxidant punch. Just ain't got all the juices and all the sweet shit mixed with it.
Real niggas.
Come on, man. I break shit down edibly.
Hey,
you can eat these words, nigga.
Hey, you ready to get up out of here?
Give us a couple more minutes, man. Let's finish up these things before we get... Oh, what I meant to say when we were talking about Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
I meant to add American people out there, free world. As we saw with first black president Barack Hussein Obama, as we're seeing now during the pandemic, racism, bigotry, misogyny will always have a flag waving. You have... Is that real? What's that doing?
See, I'm telling you, this bitch keeps stopping, bro.
All right, we got this, though. I'm going to have some work to do. But we have what's going to be the first black female vice president, president in the White House.
Right.
Please plan to expect tons of misogyny, bigotry, and racism, please. Do not allow that to derail you from whatever it is that you were going to be doing. Because I say that to say this. Somebody like him doing Joe the Ho, be happy that the dude saying Joe the Ho is fired and up out of here more so than what he said. Right. Because they're going to continue to say it. These people are going to continue to show their face. So when somebody comes up and starts calling Kamala all kinds of out of her names, don't be like, oh, but watch, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
You dig? So I'm just saying that for people to stress less. Be like, oh, he can get away with that? Like, the misogyny has always been the number one violator. And now it's like putting a heckler in the crowd at an all-you-can-heckle show.
Yeah.
You giving them niggas material. They about to say all the negative things. Isn't Democrats a donkey? They finna call her all kind of things. You see me? So all I'm saying here is reserve some of your outrage, yo. Don't go and fall for every every fucking bait they put out there, because they're gonna bait you for your outrage, because they capitalize off their outrage. So you have a woman black president, dial it back. Get ready to hear all kind of hot cone jokes and cornbread jokes and all these shit. And if they want to double down on the racism, they say she part Asian.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So if they niggas want to start, hey, we gonna get up out of here.
I'm putting a beat on, man.
What you got, man?
I'm out, bro. I'm just gonna put a beat on.
Go ahead, man. Shout out to TheRawHype. Shout out to all you beautiful people for listening and tuning in. Shout out Ace. We didn't take the time we needed to shout out Ace, but we're gonna be shouting out Ace all the time, man.
I thought we shouted out Ace.
We just said shout out Ace, but we were supposed to take the time out to shout out Ace.
Yeah, Ace was showing us mad love.
Mad love, man. And everybody who came over here because of Ace, man, we appreciate y'all too, man. Hope the room is good for y'all to stick around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck with us, baby.
Hey, every beat, bro, every time I type in NBA Youngboy type beat, bro, he always got the hardest beats on here, bro.
You didn't even know what it was when he played. He said it's hard.
Hey, I don't know what the beat though.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you lead.
Alright. If I don't like the beat, I'm changing it though.
You in the lead, baby.
If I don't like the beat, I gotta change.
You in the lead.
I don't fuck with they keep complaining.
Follow the lead.
Y'all motherfuckers been some strange.
Please lead.
Y'all motherfuckers on the same shit.
Lead.
Y'all niggas still on the same shit.
Lead.
Y'all niggas still on that lame shit.
Lead.
Y'all niggas still on that lame shit.
We gon' lead.
I hate how laid back it is. I want a different beat.
Hype it up, nigga. Hype it up. Press another beat and you can spit another speak.
And I like for the TheRawHype to be in the back.
Give the world a winning speech. She gon' say how she about to take the world over, about to take it off. Cause the white man took it under. Hey, they say she Asian, so she Blasian to me. I hope that she...
You stupid, bro. Hey, bro, you always got a rhyme in you, man.
Man, come on, man.
Nah, that one ain't crunk. This one called Murder Man. Ooh, that's what I'm feeling, nigga. I'm feeling that kind of vibe on that beat, dog. Hey, Kamala, hit me up. You need me to make a diss song about these fuck niggas out here talking about joining off now.
Hey.
Nah, ain't none of that fuck shit, dog. I don't endorse nobody, but shit. Trump, you can hit me up. You need me to make a diss song about somebody. Hey.
That nigga, pay for play.
Hey, I pay for play.
I pay for play.
I get it in.
Get it in.
You play the game. We play to win. And once again, on Sunday morning, I always sin.
Yeah,
but all I do is smoke weed and drink a lot of gin.
Yeah.
All I do is pimp hoes. Now I don't pimp, I love them.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm lying, my nigga. I won't even be in public. You can't even sin with me.
Never.
I'm never out with them.
Never.
And I don't really give a fuck, cause I'm still with it.
My bitch, yo bitch, our bitch, how? I don't care about your bitch. Now check it out, man. I'ma holla. I can't wait to say Kamala is the vice VP of this motherfucker.
What else we talked about?
Hey, I want to do what I usually do, but I'm trying to be
I don't even remember
respectful.
what we talked about, bro. Give me a topic we talked about.
What did we talk about, man? We talk about Joe and them hoes. We talk about trouble. We talk about that dumb motherfucker kicked out the bubble. We talk about Boosie badass losing his gram. Talk about how the world don't really give a damn.
Look, I don't give a damn, and every mic is getting murdered. I'm gonna have to holler at my nigga Mark Zuckerberg. I don't really give a damn, maybe Mike Hot Dog. Every time you see that nigga hype gon' ball.
I say, hold up, Holmes. One topic we forgot to talk about was Karl Malone. How that motherfucking pedophile be raping somebody child. How the fuck he almost got a championship, nigga? Wow.
I ain't talking about my nails, but Malone is a petty. If that nigga getting dressed, he ain't never ready till he got them 9-laters. And that nigga got them condoms. If you ever see it with your damn kid, that be a problem. That niggas like, they call him Kelly. He be rubbing all of the jelly on your bitch, talking about on your kid, talking PB. I'm like, whoa, hold up.
Take it easy.
I'm like, Phoebe, I Karl Malone might rub some peanut butter on your son's chest. Hey, Karl Malone's a pedophile. Did y'all know that?
I'm sorry it took a rap to get it to you, but Karl Malone impregnated a 13-year-old girl and had a kid when he was 20.
Sick fuck, but Karl Malone ballin' got big butts.
Why that nigga got all of that money on the championship team when he love a team? I don't understand this shit. This shit is kinda crazy. How the fuck he a Jazz when he tried to fuck a baby? How the fuck he ended his career as a Laker when he tried to find a minor to... Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Just like I should have said.
Hey, fuck Karl Malone, nigga.
Karl Malone, you rapist bitch. That's why you ain't got no rings, nigga.
Yeah, man.
You ain't got no ring because you try to buy a pop ring and give a ring pop to a little...
Hey, man, I was gonna play the gunshots for Karl Malone, but I ain't gonna kill you, Karl.
Somebody should.
We out, man.
We out of here, baby.